What's good everybody, this is CP and welcome to a very special video. So unless you have been sleeping under a rock, the Calgary Flames made a big boy move today. They landed one of the biggest free agents in the market in Nazem Kadri, and they locked him up to a 7-year $49 million deal on a $7 million cap hit. Now in my opinion, for Brad Treliving and friends, this is a huge big rebound move for the team. I'm not gonna lie, they had a pretty tough start earlier in the offseason. As everyone knows, they lost Tkachuk and Gaudreau. But after that, Treliving was able to rebound by locking up Huberdeau and now getting Nazem Kadri, in my opinion, at a very decent deal at $7 million. Because initially I thought the Flames were literally gonna get hosed and had to overpay for Kadri. There were rumors suspecting that he was asking for $9 million from the Islanders, but obviously he never got the big payday he wanted. But good for Kadri, 7 times 7 is still a nice payday, and after all these years it's nice to see him lock up that final big contract. Now what do I think of this contract personally? If you were to ask me right now, I think this is a very good signing for the Calgary Flames for the first 2 to 3 years. But I don't know heading into years 4 to 7 because Kadri will be 35 by then. However, if we look at things short term, I feel like this is a huge move for Calgary Flames, and if I were a Calgary Flames fan, I would be pretty excited right now. Because if you look at their roster, adding Kadri into the mix, now your top 6 looks pretty good and your center depth looks pretty good with Lindholm, Kadri, and Backlund being your top 3 centers. Meanwhile, we can't forget that on defense, they added another huge piece in the Tkachuk deal with Mackenzie Weegar as their second pair, and he's rumored to be interested in signing long term as well. So from afar and looking at things heading into this season alone, I might even argue that they might be better than they were last year, as they pretty much lost Gaudreau and Tkachuk but got Kadri, Johnathan, Huberdeau, and Mackenzie Weegar to the roster. One other piece of news worth mentioning was that in order to take on Kadri's big contract, the Flames dealt longtime member Sean Monahan's contract to the Montreal Canadiens, and the purpose of that move was basically to clear out cap space for Kadri. But in the process, they lost the first round pick. So we'll have to wait and see how this plays out in the future. Now going forward with the moves we saw today, I feel like the Calgary Flames should be a playoff team. As I mentioned in one of my predictions videos, I still see this team as a playoff team, but I don't know if you can consider them as a legit Stanley Cup contender. What do you think? Do you think the Flames are good enough to compete to win the Pacific Division again? So my final question for all Calgary Flame and NHL fans in general, what do you think of these moves made by the Calgary Flames? And now with Kadri and Huberdeau and Weegar on their roster, how much damage do you expect them to do in the new NHL season? Make sure you comment below. Do you agree or disagree with everything I said in this video? Make sure you let me know in the comments below. And if you like, feel free to call me out as well. If you want to watch more of my crappy videos, then make sure you click the links on the side right here.